the time immemorial, Buddhism has played a major role in shaping many communities and people in Bhutan. Monks and Gomchens have become an integral part of everyday life and are required for any kind of rituals to be performed, be it in a home or a community. However, in recent years, with the decreasing number, especially Gomchens in rural villages, performing rituals has become a burden nowadays. This is Berdungma, a remote village in Trashigang Dzongkhag. It is one of many villages facing the shortage of Gomchens or the lay monks. They had few in the past, but all of them have left the village now. "51-year-old Kencho is planning to conduct a Lhabsang, a small cleansing and incense offering ritual. But without a one to conduct the Lhabsang, he is required to plan a lot.
Nami Lhabsang bek pe Lhabsang to pen dan ngapa domang to nang mi bil hella nami ta phone phele al na rokte jula khamni phone phela da magic pilame le la rokte chosa juli rang dele hella
minanan yek bo prusken han bit Lhabsang phena tan ngap ka domang lak pibilin rokte chepani samarik ni.
Without any options to contact a monk who lives in another village called Thunkar, he starts his journey to invite him and perform his ritual. Thunkar is about 2 hours walk from Berdungma. Right now I am here at Berdungma, and today we are just seeing that 51-year-old Kencho is on his way to find a monk. And today I am also moving with him to see where he can really find a monk, and let us see where it is possible for him to find a monk today.
I have to perform a ritual at home today, so I'm going to Thunkar to look for monks. It is difficult to find one here in Berdungma. At times we go till Narfung and Gomdar as well. When someone in the village dies or falls sick, there is no one even to pray.
But after walking for about 30 minutes, Kencho is lucky that a lay monk was performing a morning ritual. After a repeated request, he agrees to perform at Kencho's house. But this is just a luck that is favoring him this time, else he would have to walk for hours to find one. Back at home, his families are preparing for the ritual. They are expecting that their father would return with a lay monk. Arriving back home, the lay monk and Kencho are joined by few villagers who came to help perform the Lhabsang. At the ceremony, the villagers who know a bit of reading script join the lay monk to perform the ritual. And later, even 2 women also joined the group. A recent post on social media also showed women performing rituals. The problem of not having someone to perform rituals, especially for the deceased, have led many people to move to other urban areas and some even outside to perform their final rites.
We do not have highly qualified monks here. Those available live in far-off villages, but still we have to manage with them. In the past, we had to travel to other places to find one. Today, it is better as we have mobile phones to make calls for the purpose. We ask for monks from Narfu, Komda and Thunka. They at least know something. If not, we have to wait for days to conduct the final rites.
We also do not have a crematorium or a religious person to preside over the final rites. During an emergency, local people who knows a bit conduct the rituals. Other times, we carry out the funeral rites in other places.
We don't have religious school or institute around. We need at least 10 people to perform a religious ritual. But here, we have to make do with 1 or 2 people. Sometimes, locals also join in performing the rituals. Had there been enough monks in the village, then it would be convenient. The monk who perform rituals in the village asks us to help them, since we went to schools. We also feel that we should help them, but it's inconvenient as we need to work in the fields as well. We don't mind helping them. Also, by helping them, we gain merits.
Although it is not possible for us to read all the scripts, we read what we can because there are no monks. As a woman, even we have to take part in the rituals.
I also believe that there were few monks in the past, but they all died and the culture is vanishing now. The younger generation never took it seriously. Today, even though a few of them are learning, they do not have a proper master.
In another village of Palm in Tashigang, villagers say money cannot do everything. They say even if they have money to conduct rituals, no one is there to perform them. In a move to revive Gomchens in the village, they trained some young people of the village few years ago, but failed.
고마게랑 뭐 졸람 졸도 길라감이 바르투리서 하틱당도 조스부터 두스니 쫓바줘라 칭이 럭데 곰첸 송삼방 송시방수 쫓바줘.
It is true that we don't have monks to even perform simple rituals. For those who can afford and have vehicles go to other places to get monks. The rest, they do not have a choice. Lack of monks have been a problem for a long time. Once 15 youth were trained to become lay monks through contributions from the community, but it did not work. Later, left for urban areas, so there's none today. The monks also left the village because their earning was less while some got married. For the funeral rites, those who can afford to conduct the rituals take to other places. For others, they have to do in the village.
The palmgism jibeochen nyemadiro tizinjia zunula. Tizinjia zu delen gomche leshadula.
In the past, I remember seeing a number of young Gomchens in the village. There was a teacher as well. But later, to teach them, they got married and left the practice. In absence of Gomchens in the village, we have to depend on the Lhabsang. But the problem is, Lhabsangs have their own kurims to conduct for the country, which goes for weeks and months.
Unlike in rural areas, the situation is different in urban centers. In places like Thimphu, one can see hundreds of monks, a clear indication of the monks being migrated to Thimphu. The monks stay in rented apartments and form groups to perform rituals in different households. The cause of such rural-urban migration of monks is for better livelihood. Most of them lose interest as the return is very low in the villages. They say if they get engaged in religious activities, they cannot work in the farm and vice versa. In Simphu village of Trongsa, many lay monks have left the village looking for greener pasture. 1 year ago, this is what the Gomchens and Lams of Simphu Gyumba said.
We have to survive in two different fields, one farming and monthly activities. Sometimes we have to attend 2 to 3 such activities in Lhabsang. Without farming, it is difficult to survive. And moreover, return is very less for Gomchens.
We have to work in the field. The problem arises when the religious activity coincides with the farming season. That is why many left the profession.
We have to do the farming as per the season. When it coincides, it's a problem. As a Gomchen, we have to perform different rituals in the Gyok.
The concern was also raised in many Dzongkhag Tsogdus. Now, some of the community's Hagangs have to be supported by monks from Rabdes. Although losing of these traditions has become a serious issue, nothing much has been done till date. In Berdungma, even their community's Hagang remains closed during auspicious days. There is no one to look after the Hagang as well. The one who is assigned is mostly busy doing farm works. When BBS visited the village, the caretaker had gone out on some farm walks.